Good morning and welcome to the Childsy and Persico show, brought to you by Wide Upper Bush, live on Facebook and also YTV. My name's Anton Persico and I'm joined here with a pretty happy and winning coach, Mark Childs. How are you this morning, Childsy?
Well, I'm great, Persico, and morning to everybody out there in the Wide Upper Bush grassroots rugby world. Again, I say this every week, but what a couple of great competitions we've got in men's rugby and also women's rugby and college rugby. The region's going off.
Okay, now in some breaking news here, or actually we'll go to McDonald's first because McDonald's and Masterton have come through with another stack of cheeseburgers and we've got 300 of the bad boys to give away. So I'll be down at the Greytown Marist game today, and if you see me down there, please hit me up because we need to get rid of some of these before Childsy eats them all. Now, here's the breaking news. The Pick the Score competition winner, Brett Aiken.
Well, look, Grievous, he grew up in Featherston, Grievous. And he lived around the corner from me. I was in Churchill Crescent, just around the corner. Great guy. And we thought he picked the score. Well, he didn't pick the exact score, but he was the closest to the score. And I said the closest person would win this money. Well, look, the story is Grievous wasn't actually close at all, but he had a few drinks on the bus back from the Carterton Reserves match, and he thought he'd do a bit of a prank, so he changed his score.
He edited his post.
And look, we checked it Saturday night and Sunday, and we're like, oh my God, someone's pretty close, and you did up all these slides, and we announced the winner, and I put it on my business page and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Horribly excited, but what did Grievous do?
Well, here's a picture of Grievous. Here's a real picture of Brett Aiken. If we keep comparing, he actually looks quite similar to Money Heist. Now, this almost went down as it was almost bigger than the Great Bookie Robbery in 1976, Childsy.
Whoa,
and almost one of the greatest heists in modern history.
Nearly, and look, in lockdown, Money Heist was a great bloody program on Netflix, wasn't it? But doesn't he look like the guy from Money Heist?
He does.
Well, the mask.
The mask. Yeah, now, Grievous did come clean.
He did.
Thank you very much for coming clean and saying, I can't accept the $2,000. So we've had to make some decisions because of being cyber hacked by Grievous on the show. We've had to cancel the Pick the Score from last week.
Yeah, it was my indecision because it's not your money.
Yep.
So exactly. I said, look, it's null and void. So it's been moved forward to this week's match. So watch out for this later on the show.
And the Chook Robbie Anderson gets off the hook with his $500 too.
Well, he does, the Chook, and actually him and Tavita did a little side bet that you didn't see on here. They were going $250 each.
It was all a bit
they sort of pussy out
friendly.
Of it, yeah.
Anyway, so here are the rules for the Pick the Score competition this week. There are no edits, and we do have Kevin here behind the scenes on the Warwick Bush Facebook page. Thank you, Kevin, because you do all our slides. He will be checking for edits. If anyone does edit their post, they are banned from the competition and named and shamed for the rest of their life.
And banned from any ground.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it must be, you must note this, it must be a new comment, not a reply to a mate's comment. So it has to be a fresh comment on there as well. As soon as I say it's closed, it is closed.
Crystal clear.
They are the new Grievous rules for the Pick the Score competition.
We're going to call them the Grievous rules.
The Grievous rules. All right. Now, the Lone Star Legend Award. We promised that the Player of the Day for the Millhillians last week will win this. Childsy, can you announce the winner, please?
Well, look, Eric, well done. Eric, you won the...
Can you say Eric's last name for me?
No, Eric Cantona.
No, have a crack.
Look, Eric Nokadi. Eric Cantona.
Nokadi.
No, Shukadi. Cantona. Say Cantona. Eric Cantona, you are the winner of the Lone Star Legend of the Week. $100 voucher coming your way. Well done on getting the Player of the Day in the Millhillians game. Good on you, fella.
All right, now we did also get approval from Tom from the Lone Star that we can do 2 awards.
Oh, can we?
Yes, we can.
Great.
And just for coming clean, Grievous, we are giving you a $100 Lone Star Legend Award. So, and that's just for coming clean.
The Money Heist mask guy.
We don't reward bad behaviour on the show, but this time we just might. Just for coming clean.
A good, honest Featherstonian.
Okay, now the Sneens competition for last week. Childsy, this was quite successful.
Well, I thought it would be a flop, but actually a lot of the clubs got behind it, and I received a lot of messages through Sunday and Monday.
Carterton got behind it.
Carterton were sensational in it. And look, Sam Morrison there supporting. Not bad for a young fella.
Oh, here's Childsy.
You flick past that bastard.
Like a peacock. Like a peacock on Saturday night.
Well, that's about 1 a.m. at the top pub. But look, here's the winner. Now, the reason why James Matthews from Carterton won this, that's not a proper sneen, by the way. But look at that stonewash. Look at that stonewash look. And he had the fluoro on.
Fluoros.
I couldn't really see anything else that beat that. Look, Paul Pottinger, you're pretty good at Greytown there. And in fact, you were the inspiration behind the Spotsy after you wearing those sneens a couple of weeks ago in the changing rooms. So thanks,
He's a brilliant coach, Paul Pottinger.
Well, he is.
Now, let's go
through. But James Matthews, You've won the $200 voucher.
For Just Jeans.
Yep. Sponsored by Mark Childs, Ray White Real Estate. At Just Jeans, I will deliver that personally to you.
Fantastic. Now, for those that didn't see it, but 7 Sharp this week had an amazing story about one really cool person, and that is Lisa Wyeth. Lisa Wyeth got given $10,000 from ASB Bank just for being herself, really, and just a really cool person.
Lisa Wyeth, what an absolute legend, and thoroughly deserved. That was a fantastic piece on TV there in 7 Sharp.
And awesome for club rugby and wider bush rugby too, to have you being showcased like that.
And we'll just we'll talk about that to one of our guests later on, who's from the East Coast Club. We'll talk about Lisa.
Facebook Epic Picks. There's only one for me, Childsy, that stands out. And look, these guys were slick last Saturday. Greytown take the Lane Pen Cup over Eketahuna. Never looked in doubt. How was your night? How were the celebrations? It's been a long time since you won a cup.
Well, yeah, it has been actually, or a major trophy. But the whole day down there, Old Timers Day at Greytown, there was a huge crowd. Eketahuna came in droves as well.
Yeah.
But all through the week, we just wanted to pay tribute to the Penn family and give that trophy the justice that it deserves. It was a big message to the team all week, and the Greytown side came out and really stuck it to Eketahuna during that match. Andy Holmes was made a life member of the Greytown Rugby Club. The team did a haka for him and Margie after the game. We don't believe there's ever been a haka done by a Greytown rugby side. It's the second oldest rugby club in New Zealand.
A good one too.
Yeah, it'd be 146 years, and it was something special that this team's created. So the other thing on that night, the Jubilee Cup came over from Wellington and was in the club room. So that's the premier trophy of Wellington Club Rugby. That got brought over for the celebrations, and that was greeted very well. We weren't really expecting it, but Greytown also back in the centuries ago actually won the Jubilee Cup, so that's why it was there.
That's awesome.
So it was one of those nights.
Was that before or after your walrus?
No comment.
Anyway, the Dick Nunn Shield's up for grabs. Gladstone have gone back to back, and there's something in the water out there because the reserves are scoring points and also the Prems. And now East Coast have a massive crack at the Dick Nunn Shield. So this introduce our 2 guests to the show. We've got Jock Rambo Cameron, or some call him Jock Cassius Cameron.
Yeah, well, Muhammad. I'm not really sure what his nickname is. Look, Marston's most wanted man, Jock Cameron.
And you introduce the next one as well from East Coast.
Well, from an amazing family, the Wakelings. Look, this guy's humble. Every coastie's humble.
Yeah.
Jack Wakeling.
All right. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the show.
Oh, morning, fellas.
Morning, boys. How are we?
Yeah, really good. Now, Charles, are you going to open up the questioning for these boys?
Yeah, look, one question for Jock there. Jock, I hear you trying to move your way into the inside-back combination for Gladstone. But I hear you quickly got shafted back out. So what happened there?
Oh, I had a wee dabble there. We're just struggling to get, our first 5, Jeremy Osborne, over the hill each week for training. So just been playing a bit there in the week, and it hasn't been going too well, so quickly back out to second 5.
Yeah, well, that was really short-lived there for you, Jock. Now, another question for you, Jock. There were massive rumours last year that you were transferring across to Marist. You even told me in person that you were doing it. I even gave you a Marist hat and a tie and everything else and got you ready. What actually stopped you from coming across and playing for Marist? Was it the fact that you've got your Legion stick with Gladstone, or was it something else?
Oh, just knock that on the head there now, Persico. That's Donald Trump fake news, mate. Never happened.
Fake news. Well, yeah, I did give you the bucket hat. I remember that. Anyway, Childsy, take it from here.
Look, Jack from the East Coast Club. Can you tell us a little bit about Lisa Wyeth? I mean, we've seen it on 7 Sharp this week, but from your point of view and being a player and those meals you get on a Thursday night, can you just explain to everyone how much that means to the club and the players?
Yeah, look, Lisa's done an incredible amount for the club over the past few years. To get someone that turns up week in, week out and just does literally everything and anything that you could possibly think of in a rugby club. It's pretty cool, and it's pretty cool that she got to be recognised the way she did. But the boys love it. That's why they turn up on the Thursday nights for the feeds and dessert if we win. But, goes a long way and keeps the boys coming back.
Yeah, it's a fantastic story, Jack, and there's a lot of people like that in rugby clubs in the Wairarapa, and Lisa is an amazing person, but there's a lot of amazing people as well.
Yeah, taking nothing away from Lisa, there's so many other people that are so deserving of that as well, Childsy.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, and speaking of that, look, I thought about you two. You both work for Johnny Griff, and you're out there moving the merch in the sheep and cattle industry. Look, I've made up a poem.
He has, it's good too.
Yeah, it's only 2 lines. Are you ready?
Yeah, go on, mate.
Right. Jack and Jock went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his leg, and Jock transferred to Marist.
That's brilliant, Childsy. That's one of your better ones. The boys don't seem to be laughing too much.
There's no funny laughter there, is there?
There's no laughter at all. Anyway, guys, stay on the line because we're going to come back to you and talk about last week and also pick the score competition.
We need some predictions from you as well, boys.
All right, so let's get into the reserve grade. East Coast versus Carterton. Carterton get up 29-17, Childsy.
Yeah, Carterton strong team this year. Great management group, including Grievous and James-O, who have featured on the show today. Coasties would have thought they'd win that one. Bad luck for them. They need to win this week. Now we've got Tuarangi versus Greytown on Old Timers Day. What a ripper of a match that was. I watched a lot of that game. And the Prowlers were ahead for much of that in the second half. Tuarangi came over the top of them. The Prowlers are a bit devastated. They need to win this week against Marston Red Star. Martinborough, here we go.
32-26 versus Marist. And look, congratulations, Leith Harley, for getting his first win of the season as manager for the Martinborough side. And geez, he had his feathers plucked out for the rest of the night too, looking pretty happy about it. Now, there's something in the water in Gladstone, 72-5.
Well, the Gladdy Rugby Club, they're on fire.
Yeah, they are.
Reserves and seniors.
And now, Childsy, this was a top 4 clash, Marston Stars versus Puketoi, and Marston Stars just sort of proved that they could be one to watch out for in this competition.
Yeah, and Puketoi, that's a surprising scoreline for me, but Marston Red Star at home, Puketoi might have been down a few numbers, but Marston Stars going to be a very hard team to beat.
Okay, let's have a look at the table here. Childsy, take away.
Yeah, Tuarangi being at the top of the table for most of the season. Carterton having a great year. Only 1 point separating them at the top, 26-25 respectively. Marston Red Star in the top 4 on 22. Puketoi started strongly, starting to waver a little bit now on 21. And then we've got the teams that have still got a chance. Gladstone, Marist and Greytown, the Papawai Prowlers, the Coasties. Oh, God, they'll probably have to win all their remaining matches. But there's some very key matchups this week in this competition.
Yeah, it's a really good competition. Let's go into the games now. Last night, Tuarangi played Pioneer, and again, they continue that winning streak with a great win. And today, Carterton versus Martinborough.
Well, look, there's Carterton all the way there at home against Leith Harley.
Oh, they've got their tails up, Martinborough. They might go
I'll
right.
be taking Carterton there.
All right, Marist East Coast. This is a massive game for East Coast.
It is. I think they'll come ready to play. Marist got some big boys in there. I'll take the Coasties, though.
Important game for Marist as well to get up there into the top 4.
It is.
And again, another really important one for Greytown here as well to stay in.
Well, this game, the Prowlers, the Greytown Papawai Prowlers, it's a must-win. If they don't win this match, it's probably kiss your season goodbye for the top 4. So, look, the Prowlers are stacked with premier players in this match. So, look, Marston Red Star, no, they're not. But yeah, look, it'll be a must-win. It'll be a must-win game. It'll be a must-win game.
I'll press record on that. All right, and again, Gladstone.
Fake news, mate. Fake
Gladstone have been playing really well too. So Puketoi desperate for a win as well. So really interesting competition. All right, now let's get into the Moose Carpenny Cup results from last week. Now, Childsy, you obviously don't like to comment too much about your own side, but look, I actually went and watched this game, and it's probably one of the most polished performances I've seen from a senior club rugby side for a long time here in the Wairarapa. Greytown are really good.
Well, that's the first compliment you've ever given me or the Greytown side in the history of this show. So,
you could have fronted up, but Greytown
you've changed. You've changed.
Greytown played for 80 minutes.
You've changed.
And yeah, so anyway, Gladstone again, 40-19. They win the Dick Dunn Shield.
Now, Jock Cameron, can you give us the rundown on that match?
Yeah, last week we went to Jean Street, and yeah, the reserves put on a clinic. What was that, 72-5? They've got a good core group of guys from the previous championship sides, and yeah, they're going bloody good at the moment. So good luck to them at Puketoi. And then yeah, our game, we kind of came out with a similar game plan to the week before, and it's pretty simple, but it seems to be working. And yeah, the Pioneer boys came back at halftime and yeah, got a couple of tries on us, and then we went back to the game plan and yeah, just kind of built on and kept going up. So it was good.
You just on that, Jock, you seem to be, a few of the more experienced players have come back into the side with Andrew McLean there in second row.
Yep.
Sass back on board. Just seems the forward pack are pretty solid, and that's obviously a key part of your game plan.
Yeah, we're really using, the guys like Sass and Smitty and the Josh Gettenbys and Ryan Nells and Eddie Cranstons to get stuck in there in the engine room, and it's providing a hell of a platform for Cam Percy and giving our guys out wide a chance to finally run with the ball. So it's all pretty good, and hopefully take that into the weekend.
Yeah, Jock, just tell us a bit more about your backline, because often teams, if you've got a good forward pack, they get all the glory or get all the write-ups. Just tell us a bit more about your backline. And, I coached Jeremy Anderson as a youngster. I've always rated him. Jeremy Osborne. Jeremy Osborne. Well, Jeremy Anderson. Jeremy Osborne, I've always rated him highly as a rugby player. And Harry Eschenbach too is there. So you tell us a little bit more about your backline.
Yeah, it's been same kind of backline for the last 2-3 years, with Jeremy running it at 10, myself and Sam Redmayne / Burgess in the midfield. He's been running bloody good straight lines and creating good go forward. And then you got the likes of Harry Eschenbach and Billy, old Coastie, ex-Coastie, which has got a bit of pace out wide and been scoring a few tries. And then Cam Percy there at halfback's been just going strength to strength. So as much as our forwards have been muscling it up, the backs have been pretty skillful with their hands. So
I think your backline's underrated, and Harry Eschenbach, especially for me, is a very dangerous player, and one player the Bush selectors should be looking at, in my opinion. Very dangerous player.
Gladstone really starting to put some stuff together here and getting some good wins over the last couple of weeks. Now, East Coast, they went down 13-10. Jack, tell us a little bit about this game.
So that was club day for the coast out there. Quite an interesting game. We thought we went pretty well in that first half. Got a couple of tries. I think it was 10-3 at half time. Just seemed to be we held on to that ball pretty well, I guess. And then second half we got held to 0 points, which has been the case for the past 3 matches, leading at half time and not scoring anything in the second half. So that's probably an area we need to look at. But that second half, credit to Carterton, they just bloody rumbled it up and didn't give us a sniff at all. We probably had 5 minutes possession that whole half. So
Yeah, Jack. What did Roscoe say to you after the game? And can you give me in the Roscoe voice? That's your father, for everyone that doesn't know. Did he say, look, you're bloody useless in the second half, and you need to sort your bloody shit out?
Hey boys, what went on there, eh? Bloody jeez.
Family show.
Yeah, bloody hell. Jeez. Hey, got the ball and hit it up. Yeah. Well, Roscoe and Jolene, your parents are fantastic, Jack, and you've got a great family. The influence they've had out there has been huge at the coast. So, moving on to the next game.
Okay, Marist get up 24-22 over Martinborough, and this was Jerry Mapasua try with time up on the clock. Mapasua gets up.
Ooh, crunchy.
I've got a video of it too, which if anyone wants to see it, I'll send it to you. But one of the Marist players gets the ball, cramps up halfway through his run, drops to the ground, went phases and phases, but Jerry gets up and scores it. So good on Marist, and unlucky to Brucey, but Brucey's under a bit of pressure here, but I'm sure he's going to bounce back. Now, our player of the week, Jake Goodyear from Martinborough. Congratulations, Jake. And let's go through the top threes on the point system here. Enia Katia, 11 points, Paddy Gluck on 8 points, and Sam Gammy on 7. No one from the Greytown side there, Childsy. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I just think Muppets are choosing the 3-2-1, to be honest, in my opinion.
Okay, moving right on. Let's look at the table. Sorry if Childsy offended anyone who chooses the 3-2-1s there, but Greytown obviously out in front, unbeaten this season, Childsy, 15 points. Marist 11, Gladstone, Pioneer, Carlton, East Coast, Eketahuna find themselves down the bottom of the table after even being the top of the country division.
Yeah, look, Eki under a lot of pressure today with Pioneer at home. We'll talk about that game shortly, but it's a fantastic competition. If you're out there watching the show, get along to some club rugby. You're seeing some awesome rugby being played.
Okay, the Dick Nunn's Shield today, East Coast host Gladstone.
Match of the round.
2:35. It is the match of the round. It's the pick the score. So you know the rules. I went through them earlier in the show. And good luck to anyone that does pick the exact score.
There they are, the two workers at Johnny Griffith and Co. Look, you two. I hear your boss Jack around a bit, to be honest. Jack, can you confirm that he just tries to boss you around I wouldn't say what I'm thinking, but please confirm it all tonight.
Got to start at the bottom, eh?
Can confirm, Childsy, yeah, but we starting to get along a bit better now, eh? And bloody, she's all good. She's all good in the hood at the moment, yeah.
Well, I'm thinking personally the Coasties at home will be desperate.
Yeah.
And Gladiator will come with the solid side they've got. This is a ripper of a match.
I also think with the Lisa Wyeth thing, that might be a little bit to fire up Coast as a club as well.
Exactly, yeah. I think the Coasties, it's do or die, I think.
I'm picking an upset. I'm picking the Coastie to stop this run for Gladstone.
I think it's probably too close to call. I could call this game a draw, but I've always been in favour of Coast at home.
All right, paper, scissors, and rock?
Yep. I've got the Coasties.
All right.
Good luck, fellas.
Good luck, guys. Okay, now quickly, pick the score is $1,500. Do you guys want to do the same thing as Tavita and Robbie Anderson last week? Top it up by $500 if the other side loses.
Well, no. Jock takes all bloody Jack's commission.
Yeah.
So Jock should put like $50, shouldn't he?
I think Jock takes as well.
I think.
Jock,
Yeah,
if you lose this match, Jock, do you want to top the pick the score up by $500?
I'll go a couple hundred, mate, but...
Okay, we'll take 200. Thanks, mate.
Let's do an auction. 200 here. 200 here.
We'll take 200. So pick the score is our $1,700. Thanks to Jock Cameron. Now, here's the grudge match.
Thanks to Johnny Griffith.
Now, Greytown Barrett, 235 at Greytown. Childsy, another big one here. What are your thoughts?
I think Greytown have trained horribly all week, so big chance for Maris.
Here we go. More fake news from Mark Childs.
No, it's not fake news.
It's not.
You ask anyone, terrible week of training, coming off a massive high, blah.
Okay, Maris are looking really good, really strong bench, really good starting lineup. So I've got Maris to cause an upset again on this one, and we'll see by about 4 o'clock today the result of that. Eketahuna Pioneer, a lot of pressure for Eketahuna here, Childsy.
Yeah, talking to Chook, the numbers are down, injuries. Look, massive chance for Pioneer to get a win at Eketahuna. Look, with all the rain, it'll be a sludge. So it'll be a battle. It'll be a slugfest. It could come down to who's got the better kick and chase game up there. I think Pioneer have got a massive chance, but I'll take Eki and you'll be taking
Pioneer.
Yeah, okay.
I've got Pioneer to win this one. I think Eki are a little bit wounded. Carterton versus Barnabara. I'm going to back Marty and Brucey all the way here to win this one.
Marty are going to be desperate and starting to rebuild. So Carterton better watch out. The Carterton at home, they got up over the Coasties last week, but I'm taking Barnabara.
I've got Marty too. Yeah, gotcha. Go, Marty. Come on, get up. All right, Childsy and Persico show. Pick the score, $1,700, thanks to Ray White and also Jock Cameron. So put your comments below and you could win that. Now, Childsy, the What About You campaign, it's about looking after your mates. It's about the responsible drinking of alcohol.
That's right.
And also this week, there is something special. It's Men's Mental Health Week.
It is Men's Mental Health Week, so it's a massive issue amongst our community, not only here, nationwide. So, yeah, it's what we call a week of action for males. So, especially in our rugby fraternity. Look, check in with a mate.
Chicken, you're
How
good?
you going, mate?
I'm good.
Check in with a loved one. Look, ring your mum. Give her a call.
I want to stay at Mum's house on Wednesday during the week.
Same.
Yep.
Look, check in with your mother or your father or your
Check
sister
in
or
with
brother.
yourself, Childsy.
Look at yourself in the mirror and go, mate, are you okay?
That's it. Have a conversation with a bloke about mental health.
Talk to each other about it. We're all too closed. We're a closed book, us males. Bring it out in the open.
I dare you to do it this weekend. And hey, Childsy, hug your mates.
Look,
That's another
if
important
you're in
one.
the showers at the aftermatch, you know, you played the
Have a
game.
hug.
Have a hug in the showers. Look,
No, you don't have to do it in the showers, but you can just hug anyway.
give them a hug in the showers.
And guys, encourage conversation.
Yeah, the key thing is to talk about things and don't bottle it up. So Men's Mental Health Week, get them behind it.
Guys, it's looking a little bit wet out there today, so make sure you get down to the games, take your umbrella, and really enjoy it. Thank you guys for coming on the show as well. Really appreciate that. And we'll see you next week.
Kia ora.